What does action and insight and action mean to me, and how can businesses identify and harness the power of the data they have available? There's a pillar or a sequence. I like to call it the Maester cycle. It was in one of the books I wrote, Marketing Blue Belt, which is measurement, analytics, insight, strategy, tactics, execution, review. But simplified, there's data, there's the stuff, there's analysis, there's insight, and there's strategy or taking action. And this mirrors what we call the ladder of analytics success. So there are 5 kinds of analytics. There's descriptive analytics, the stuff. What happened? What's in our data, right? So you go into Google Analytics. What happened? That's a form of analytics. That's descriptive analytics. The second type of analytics, the next level up, is diagnostic analytics. Okay, so website visits were down 40% yesterday. Why? Our email open rate was double what it was last month. Why? Our pay-per-click marketing is 3 times as expensive as it used to be. Why? So diagnostic analytics is very much the asking of why and getting good answers. When you do diagnostics, that is insights, right? Because you can explain what happened, and a lot of times at Brain Trust Insights we call it data dumping, where someone backs the dump truck up and just pours data all over your desk. That's not helpful, right? What is helpful is, okay, you've poured all this data on my desk. What happened and why? And most of the time in organizations today, that's where executives and stakeholders and the CMO want us to do our work. Is explain to us what happened and why. What's the next logical question that a C-suite executive is going to say? Okay, you know what happened, you know why. What are you going to do about it? And so this takes us to the 3rd and 4th levels of analytics. The 3rd level is predictive analytics. What's going to happen? If we know this data, we know why these things happened, so we can account for anomalies. Use statistics, use mathematics, use machine learning, artificial intelligence to predict what's likely to happen in this series. Because when you predict ahead, you know then with reasonable confidence what you need to do, what steps you need to take. If you know that your email open rate is going to plummet in 4 weeks, you know not to send an email then, because that would be silly, right? There's no reason to do that. The 4th layer after predictive analytics, the 4th layer is prescriptive analytics, where we go, okay, what are we going to do? What choices will we make? We've done our prediction. We know what's going to happen. Now what choices do we make? If we know that our pay-per-click marketing effectiveness is going to double for 3 weeks of the year, and June 10th and September 15th and November 23rd, those 3 weeks. We know that. We know what we need to do. What are we going to do about it? And finally, the 5th and highest level of analytics is proactive analytics, where we just do stuff. Maybe it's a machine that does stuff, but things just happen. It becomes so autonomous that we don't really need to do a whole lot. So when we talk about insights and action in the context of analytics, it is those 5 levels. It is descriptive, what happened; diagnostic, why; predictive, what's going to happen; prescriptive, what should we do based on what we know is going to happen; and then proactive, how do we just get things to happen automatically. When we're talking about businesses and how they can best identify and harness the power of the data that they have available, it is first going in and categorizing what data do you have, right? And that goes in the descriptive bucket. What processes and people and technology do you have in place to do the analysis, to explain what happened, to explain why? And then what people, processes, and technology do you have to predict and prescribe based on that? If you don't know where you are in the hierarchy of analytics, in this analytics success ladder, and you are just kind of doing stuff, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to reap all the value that you could get out of your analytics. And so in terms of identifying and harnessing, it is really classifying where you are on that continuum, on that ladder, and then working to shore up any weaknesses, and then make the move to that next rung on that ladder. Get that next rung on the up the ladder, so you can bring your business up to the next level, quite literally.